Okay, in this video, taking you guys on import UTME equation, import UTME math equation 2.4. In our next video, I'm going to take us with physics and also chemistry. Okay? Now, if you are writing any UTME exam this year, follow us up. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel. Okay. Now, for those writing JAMB, NECO, or WAEC, or NECO, or DC WAEC, our platform is for you, okay? But for now, for those writing UTME exam in any university, this video is for you, especially those in Uniport. Now, this is what you can understand here for those writing UTME in Uniport. Now, Uniport UTME is actually technical, okay? That's why most persons that apply for Uniport UTME don't gain admission to their department choice, okay? Now, for you to gain admission to your department choice, you have to understand the following things I'm going to tell you guys during this class, okay? So what you just have to do is to follow us up and you know everything about Uniport UTME exam, okay? Let's solve this question here. Now, in this question here, this is the graph given to us here, okay? Now, this graph given to us here, they gave us options here, and this option is looking like quadratic equation. This option looking like quadratic equation. And remember that in terms of quadratic equation, we have many ways of solving quadratic equation. Remember, the first one we have formula method, we have factorization method, we have graphical method. Okay. Now at this point here, graph is given to us here, and we are asked to form a given equation. Now remember that to form a given quadratic equation here, you have to know the sum of the roots and the product of the roots. Okay, let's try to solve this here. Okay, go right solution. Now there are some certain question that when you solve that question, you might not see the option. Now, if you encounter such in Uniport UTME, what are you going to do? What you have to do here is to pick the nearest answer. Very important. Okay. Now, for those that want to join our free WhatsApp class, you can also join us. For those that want to purchase the legitimate Uniport pass question, you can also DM me. You can also DM me on my WhatsApp number. Okay. Now, let's try to solve this here. Now, to form a quadratic equation with a given root, the formula is said to be this, okay? That's S squared minus sum of root of is equal to 0. You take notes. S squared minus sum of root plus product of root is equal to 0. So this SR here is said to be sum of the roots. And this ER here is said to be product of the roots. So if I have two roots, will be 2 and 3. So to find the sum of the roots will be this plus this. Please take notes. To find if I have two roots will be 2 and 3. To find the product will be this times this. Please take note. Very simple there. Okay. Now let's look into the graph there and pick up the roots. Okay. Let's look into the graph and pick up the roots. Okay. Now look into the graph here. Let's check the graph here. Now only pick up the roots there. The root is the intersection okay, where the graph intersect each other. Okay, now these are the intersection points here. These are the intersection points here, and here. That means what are the roots there? -1 and 3. Please take note. Now this is the way we solve graphical method here. Okay, that is -1 and 3. So picking up the roots there, the root is said to be that is the roots are -1 and 3. Now if the roots are -1 and 3, how do we get sum of the roots here? That means this will be sum of the roots will be equal to -1 plus 3, which is said to be 2. And product of the roots here is said to be -1 times 3, which is said to be what? -3. So it means that our sum of roots is known to us. The product of the root is also known to us here. So for us to find the quadratic equation of this root, we are going to use this particular formula here. Please take note of that. Now using that formula, our answer is going to be, class, this is going to be s squared minus sum of the root is 2 times s plus product of the root is -3. Please take note. So if you evaluate that, class, that means this is going to be s squared minus 2s minus 3. So you ask your question, say this question here, which particular axis is it passing through? It's passing through y-axis. This is passing through y-axis. Please take note. So since it's passing through y-axis, that means the equation is going to be y. The equation is going to be y is equal to, class, s squared minus 2s minus 3. So this is going to be the answer here. Okay. Now let me explain again, class. I have this question to be a graphical question, and if you look into the option makes it clearer to us that it's a quadratic question here. So since it's a quadratic question, that means this particular question will be solved using graphical method of solving quadratic equation. Please take note. Okay. Now in terms of forming a quadratic equation, using the given roots, we say that the formula is said to be s squared minus sum of the roots times s plus product of the roots is equal to 0. Please take note. So our intention here is to find sum of the roots and product of the root. Please take note. So we'll go back to the graph there. How do we find the roots there in that given graph? So that to find the root there is the intersection point. So these are the intersection points here, this and this, and the point is what? -1 and 3. So taking that point there, when you take that point, we are going to have -1 and 3 as the root. So if that is said to be the root, so finding sum of the roots, that means I will plus those two roots, that is -1 plus 3 will give us 2. Now multiplying those two roots, I'm going to have -1 times 2 will give us up to that -3. Please take note. Now replacing the value in this particular formula, here, I'm going to have this to be s squared minus 2s plus into -3. When you evaluate everything, you are going to have this here. But remember that in this equation here, the line is passing through a particular axis, and the axis this line is passing through is what? Y-axis. If that is said to be so, that means my equation will be y is equal to s squared minus 2s minus 3. Okay, now let's check if the option is there. S squared minus 2s minus 3, s squared minus 2s minus 3. Let's check. S squared minus 2s minus 3, s squared minus 2s minus 3. I think this one should be among this. Maybe I made a mistake here. Okay, So it might either be this or this here. Maybe I made a mistake, okay? So just know the pattern, just know the way of solving this kind of question, okay? Don't be tense. Just know the method of solving this kind of question. Don't be tense, okay? And don't be carried away with the options. All right. I'm going to tell us how to tackle any question in Uniport UTME. All you just have to do, follow us up, apply for our free online classes. You can also chat me off for the Uniport post-UTME legitimate Uniport post-UTME questions, okay? Thank you.